Hi, I'm Monica Larson.
And I'm Eva Larson.
Today I will be teaching you a histogram.
And I will be teaching you all about the shapes of distribution.
A histogram is a bar graph that shows the frequency of the data values in intervals of the same size. The height of the bar graph represents the frequency of the values in the intervals. In a histogram, the numbers are chunked together as intervals. The intervals are graphed on the horizontal axis, also known as the y-axis, and the frequency values are graphed on the vertical axis, also known as the y-axis. The first step to make a histogram is a frequency table. A frequency table is a tally chart that groups data values into intervals. Next, the interval values are placed on the horizontal or x-axis. These are regularly spaced. Label the axis with the unit for the intervals. Now use the frequency table to determine the frequency increments. They are regularly spaced. Here is an example of a histogram. Here's an example. So for the histogram, it doesn't start right here because there's a space, because there's no intervals that start there, and there's no intervals right here. Here's a histogram. So to make a histogram, you would first do your tally chart and label it. So then you would make a little box. Ooh, that's not so little. And then you would line these up as the thing and then tally these sides. So 0, so there's nothing under 0, so we're not going to do that. And then for 150, there are 30 trees that height. So 150, then you do 30. So there are 6 of these, because 6 times 5 equals 30. And then for 200, there are 27 trees that height. So 200, so then you would put 200 under 150 and do 27. And it would look like this. For 250, there are 50 trees. So there are 50 of those, For 300, there are 11 trees. Okay, so then like that. 350, there are 0, so we're not gonna do that one either. So here's how your finished frequency table. You label the y-axis, the height, because that's what this is for this specific problem, and make sure to measure units. And then for the side is the frequency, as we just mentioned. Frequency. So then your title is tree height. So then you would do the numbers 0, 1. So here's our finished histogram. A real life example of a histogram is, say Agatha is want to know the measures of the weight of her puppies. So she lines them up. She lines them up on a graph with the y-axis this way and the x-axis this way, and then does and then her title, puppy weights. She then her puppy Gregory has a weight of 3 pounds. So her puppy Jumbie has a weight of 7 pounds. Her big dog Jumbo has a weight of 9 pounds. Her biggest dog, Bully, has a weight of 60 pounds. So then she realizes her lowest is 3 and her highest is 65. She puts 3, 7, 9, and 65, the names of her dogs, on the side. The shapes of distribution can either be skewed to the left, skewed to the right, or symmetric. When something on the distribution is skewed to the left, the tail of the graph extends to the left. Most of the data is on the right. When something on the distribution is symmetrical, the left side of the graph is a mirror. The image on the right side of the graph, the data is mostly in the middle, and it's all the same. When something is skewed to the right, the tail of the graph extends to the right. Most of the data is on the left. This example of skewed to the right distribution.
This would work mathematically because you would look at the distribution shown and see if all the data is on the right, left, or in the middle. Then, if they are on the right, for example, it would be skewed to the right. Same with the left, but if it was in the middle, it would be symmetric. What is happening mathematically is it will have a drawing/graph for my topic. This will be helpful to the reader to see what's going on in the problem. The reader can also see what it looks like instead of just having to try and explain it. This goes along with real life problems because you can see if you need to see how much people have a dog, for example. Some might say they do, maybe scoot to the right. Some might say no, probably scoot to the left. Then it could be right in the middle, with some having dogs and some not having dogs. That would be symmetrical.
Thanks for watching!